Hey guys, for the curriculum this week, the warm-up's going to consist of a 3-minute jog. Remember, when we jog, we're doing high knees, doing ankle touchers, we're doing skips, we're doing inside stride, inside karaoke, outside karaoke, and then that will be followed up by 10 sprints, corner to corner. Also in the warm-up, we're going to warm up using 3 different types of triangles. So of course we're going to start with the arm in, arm out, feet on the hips, creating a little separation between the two of us. One foot to the bicep, hip up high, taking the angle, one hand to the head, other hand to the shin, leg comes around, both hands to the head and squeeze. New triangle we'll be using is we'll go scissor triangle. I'm going to control both hands, keep the butt away, and I'll bring my shin to the bicep. I'm going to eject his bicep from in between my legs, and I'm pushing his hand at the same time. Once that happens, this leg comes out almost like a shin kick to the head. I'll take angle with my foot up on his hip. His hand will go to the back of his head, control the shin, his arms across the body, leg around, both hands to the head and triangle. The next move will be a hybrid move between the two. I'll go leg in, leg out. I'll put my foot on the bicep, and now I'll scissor this offside. When I scissor that offside, that arm, the foot that was on his bicep goes to his hip. I'm going to take my angle, I'm going to put my hand to his head, I'm going to grab my shin, I'm going to walk this leg around, boom, triangle. So the new curriculum for this week is going to consist of a lot of stuff we've been working over the past couple weeks, and let's try to look for the similarities as we're working the moves. We're going to start from guard. We're going to have new sweep from guard. We call the single arm scissor sweep. Bring both feet to the hips, controlling both his wrists, kind of bringing them forward. At this point in time, we'll let one arm go. We'll let it go, almost giving it away, and I'm going to come 2-on-1 on one of his wrists. With this arm, I'm pulling him forward. I'm getting his head way far in front of his knees. I'm going to kick that knee out, and I'm going to rotate to mount, my hips on top, and I'm going to pin his arm on the ground. If I'm pinning his arm on the ground, I'll release with my outside arm, bring it to the top of the head. That rodeo hand, bringing my knee to the top of his head, butterflying my leg out, hitting this S mount, holding his neck, walking that leg around arm bar. Before we sit back, let's pull this in 1 more inch, squeezing the hips together, thumb up, arm down, and arm bar. Now from this position, we're going to do again the single arm scissor sweep. I'm going to bring both hands to here, I'm going to kick the leg, I'm going to rotate him around. This time, when I come on top, he starts fighting his arm down, hitting his arm. From this position, I'm going to cup his wrist, I'm going to bring my elbow to his neck, I'm going to bring my outside arm underneath his arm to on top of my arm. I'm going to slide the arm back, lift the elbow, tap his shoulder. From this position, the guy's going to defend and he starts to straighten his arm out. I'm going to walk it around the top of his head. I'm going to keep it extended at the top of his head, and once again, I'm going to come up S mount, knee to the top of his head, foot underneath the armpit. And then my opponent from right here, when I do the move like this, he's able to grab his hand. So we're going to practice that gable grip. Remember, it's palm on palm, and we're hiding the thumbs. I'm going to walk this leg around to arm bar, but now this guy defends. I don't have the arm bar, so we're going to practice the defense now. Guy on bottom, he takes that gable grip, he puts it up into the knee. He's going to walk his body flat. Once he's flat, he's going to keep his elbows tight, and he's going to hip heist. He's going to turn his leg on the knee. He's going to square up. He's going to keep his knees in tight, and boom, back to guard. Now, we're going to practice a triangle from the single arm scissor sweep. So once again, everything stays the same. Now when I get to this position, once again, I pull that one arm away. Now when I'm here, I try to kick this knee, but he doesn't go. So I put this foot back to the hip, I take my angle, foot to the head, hand to the shin, leg around, both hands to the head, and tap. So we'll do this again. And then the last thing on the curriculum is we're going to do 2 different triangle defenses. So I come to here, let go of that one arm, come 2-on-1 to his one arm, pushing the knee. He has good base, but look how far his head's over his body, foot to the hip. And I'm taking major angle, passing this arm off to the inside of my body, hand behind the head, grabbing the shin, leg around. Now my opponent's going to bring his arm across my hip. He's going to gable grip his hand once again, and he tries to create a posture. His head above his back above his butt above his base. His knees are spread wide. and his neck's looking up straight. From this position, I like this guy to keep a grip on the gi right here with this hand. That way it's hard for me to attack. This arm's going to come inside, and once again, he'll gable grip, and he's going to keep that posture, and he's going to push my hip down with that gable grip, swinging both arms in, keeping his elbows to my knees, my legs. Then we'll go right back to the same scenario. And then it's what he'll do this time when I triangle. He's going to get the posture. And now this time, he's going to hold the pant leg here again, just securing this arm, making sure it's not a free agent. It's not a lawless move. He's going to bring this hand to this side, and he's going to twist my hip down and adjust his body backwards. He's going to slide his chest on my ribs, not ever giving me a chance to be able to push into his arm or his elbow. Then once he slides that body down, he'll bring this arm around. He's going to control me. This arm underneath my armpit, gable grip. And we're going to inside mount. All right, guys, that's the curriculum of the week. Thank you very much, and have fun.